Hey everyone, it is Sandra back with another goal setting video. So today we're looking at my October refresh goals. This is the last quarter of 2021, you guys. This is it. So the last quarter is October, November, December, and I'm in my Power Sheets. This is my 2021 Power Sheets in the blue linen cover, and we are going to get to it. So now what I've done is I've gone ahead and done a lot of the prep work ahead of time so that you guys don't have to sit here watching me write it out. And I'm not really going to talk about this so much. This is just my check-in compared to the last time, and honestly it hasn't changed that much. A lot of these goals, except for work, because if you guys see my subscriber count, I'm getting close to 1,000. I'm really excited for everybody that's joined. I'm excited for me. I'm just really happy because this journey has been a long one. It hasn't been short. For those of you who have been around the longest, you know that I went through a series of talking about YouTube tips, and for me it has been a little bit of a journey. So I'm really excited, and I'm also really glad and thankful that all of you were here with me to experience it. It's kind of cool. So except for work and my relationship with Chad are the two high points, and obviously my family, like my kids. They're the lights of my life. But other than that, everything else has just been rough, right? It hasn't been as bad as 2020, but it's still been a really rough year considering where things are and where they're headed. So I'm hoping that I can get a lot of work done in the next 3 months. I've got a lot of personal goals to hit. You guys will soon see that. And I'm also taking on some new learning initiatives. So I'm basically, this part just says people I'm grateful for. And of course, I put my mom, my husband, and then my kids because I love them all very, very much. So keep moving forward. This is something that's kind of holding me back. So right now for me, it is not so much budgeting. It is more charging on our credit cards and not getting ahead and paying off debt. So we kind of fell into this trap of um, charging on the credit card because it's got really good reward points. So it's like a cash back card, and then putting the entire paycheck on it, but then not really being aware of how much we're putting on it. So we spend more than we pay off, and then obviously it's increasing the balance again, which is something you don't want to do. So I have spoken about this in previous videos, but I already did actually. I pre-ordered the paycheck to paycheck budget planner by the Budget Mom. So I'm really excited to try out that new system, and I think I'm going to incorporate that system. I don't have the actual paperwork yet, like the book. I did get the larger size book. I don't have that until October. Pretty sure the third week I'll get it, but I'm going to follow the same system so I can just write it down on a piece of paper and follow along with Kamiko on her videos. That is the one thing that we're experiencing issues with right now. And so we will be attempting to move into a cash budget only, other than the bills, of course, because the budget by paycheck method actually uses cash envelopes. So that's something I'm excited to start trying. I'm a little leery about having that much cash on me at one time. I already do have sinking funds set up, and even the fact that I have, you know, sinking funds, like cash on me at all times, it's a little scary because I'm so used to using my debit. And I mean, what if you lose your purse or your wallet or something like? But anyway, that's the route that we're going to try to take. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we've tried it. So now I have decorated my page with a little bit of washi tape from Simply Gilded here. I did use the page flags, and you'll notice, so these are the flags from the new sticker kit I got with this 2021 Power Sheets. They're much brighter. I didn't realize what the difference was, and these ones are from the old sticker kit, and the colors are a bit more faded, so that was kind of interesting to note. But anyway, so I didn't really do my goals conventionally the way that the Power Sheets are set up this year. So technically you have one goal. There's room for 8 of them, but just one. And then on these pages, you put the goal, but then you have a mini goal for that one goal. But I have tons of stuff that I want to accomplish in the next 3 months before the end of the year. And not so much to play catch up. As you guys may have seen, I have been kind of changing my goals slightly to reflect more of what I want out of my life. So it's not so much that I've accomplished something, because one of my big goals right from the beginning was always to save up money and to pay off debt. And it feels like we're in a bigger hole. And I think it's not so much the problem that we're charging on the card, it's the mindset behind it. So we're going to change the mindset, and then hopefully the progress will follow. First goal was debt payoff. So we'll get into the specifics on the next page. The second goal was my health. So that one I'm keeping pretty basic right now, just because I have a lot going on. The third goal is my spirituality. So this is a new one I'm adding into the mix. I'm learning a little bit about my spirituality. I'm going to start meditating and doing some research and reading, and also practices, kind of incorporating practices of my spirituality into my daily habits. So the fourth one is my business. So I'm hoping to get monetized before the end of the year. I'm actually hoping to be monetized at least by October, like sometime in this month. And then hopefully I'll see my first paycheck from AdSense by November 21st, because I'm pretty sure that's when they are released, like the paychecks. But before that happens, you have to have a minimum of $100. So I don't know. I haven't gotten paid yet. So I don't know, obviously, how much I can get paid. So that's just kind of, I wrote it down because I'm hoping to manifest it. So I'm wanting to add more affiliate marketers, to have more affiliate income. And I want to attempt to make more sticker sales. So I did put Black Friday and Christmas. I know that they don't technically fall in October, but this is like the goal refresh for the next 3 months. So I wrote them on these pages, and then October will just focus on the stuff going on in this current month. I've also increased my reading goal. So before it was reading 2 books a month, and that was any books basically. And what I focused on is just fiction books. I've been reading, it's pretty much all summer, I guess. I've been reading the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness, and then I've been also reading the Throne of Glass series. But I'm on the last book of the Throne of Glass, and then the last book of the first series I was talking about. And I've definitely increased this goal. So I'm going to try to read 6 regular books by December 31st. So that is still 2 a month. But then I've added in learning books. So those are fiction. So continuing doing what I'm doing. But I want to read an extra book that is just something that I can learn from. And I've got a whole bunch of books that I downloaded on my Kindle, so I might read it on there. Goal number 6 is personal growth. I guess this is something I've had on my goal list for a long time now. It's basically to write down information that I learned from different sources into my commonplace book. And so now this can be from the nonfiction books that I read. Most of them right now are about social media, because I'm trying to learn about growth and stuff. It can also be from any videos I see on YouTube. That's another great way that I like to pick up information, is usually videos. And right now I have a huge save to watch later list. And so I'm kind of combing through it, picking up tidbits, writing it down, and going through it that way. And then the goal number 7 is self care. So self care has always been a priority for me, especially because I do work long hours and I've got 2 kids and I never have time for myself. I say quality alone time, so whether that's just taking a shower by myself, not having kids with me, whether it's reading my book, meditating, writing in my journal, it doesn't really matter as long as I make time for some time alone. And then also I have journal on here. I've got nails because I have been getting my nails done, but I push my own cuticles back, and then I also paint my fingernails like when they're starting to grow out a little bit. So I paint them, and I haven't done it tonight. I was going to do them dark purple actually for my next video. So I might do that tomorrow. I'm usually too tired by the end of the day. One of my goals is to maintain the suppleness of my skin on my feet. So I know that sounds kind of gross, but I've been using my lotion just to rub into my feet every night before bed, and it has helped. If you see a podiatrist, or if you have foot issues or foot problems, or a lot of like exfoliated skin that needs to come off, usually when you put lotion on your feet, it helps 110%. So that's something that that you need, you should look into doing it. And there's actually a really good foot cream at Costco. It's actually called like foot cream or heel cream or something like that, and it's really, really awesome. And also taking care of my cuticles. So I do notice maybe it comes from washing my hands all the time. I do put lotion on my hands like all the time. I use this cuticle oil, and I try to use it again. I meant to do it this entire week, and I kind of dropped the ball again. But this is called California Mango Magic Cuticle Oil, and usually you see like vitamin E or something like that, but this smells like mango, and it has a tiny little leaf in the bottle, and it's so nice. I get it from Sally's Beauty Supply, and I love it so much. You can get a big refill bottle, and then these you can just fill them up. I've been getting them for years, and they're really good. Okay, and then the last one here is house clean. I feel like I add this every single time. For the most part, I've been really good at keeping the house tidy. I've incorporated a 10-minute tidy. I've also been organizing different areas of my house. So the seasonal stuff, like moving the spring jackets, the winter jackets, all the winter gear. Also, so our big projects this year, we never got them done, which is basically the entire basement and the garage. The garage will not be done this year. The basement, because it's still inside, I'm hoping that we can finish that before the end of the year. Okay, so moving to the next page. This is where I wrote up my goals. And here you can see that I kind of did this, like, I want to say rainbow thing, but I actually just matched the color of the pen somewhat to the tape tags here. So these pens, I used the Tombow Twin Tones. I'll link them down in the description box if you're curious and you want to check them out. So this is kind of where I got a little in depth, and I added a lot of mini goals. So like I don't think I've ever said this entire year of Power Sheets, but I don't like the way they have this set up. I don't like having your big goal here and then having a mini goal. Technically, it's easier to accomplish if you do it this way because it limits you, and it is a proven fact that if you have fewer goals, you're more likely to follow through with them. But because I do have so much I want to get done, I've just made a huge list of everything I wanted to do. This is the last refresh, obviously. So we'll quickly go through these. So for financial, I am in the organized money. That's the system I'm using, but I'm moving into the budget mom planner. So I want to save $1,300 into current sinking funds for the remaining 13 weeks of the year. So the 13 weeks are the next 3 months. And I'm already doing that. So basically, we're saving $100 every week and we're putting it into sinking funds. So my current sinking funds, I'm saving them in this cute little A6 size binder. It is a 6-ring binder, I think I saw it on the Organized Money actually. It was like $10 from Amazon, so super cheap. And then these were cheap as well. They're just like these plastic envelopes with the little closure on them. And then I just alternated them from up and down so they wouldn't like be too bulky in here. And so I've got date night, birthdays, nails or beauty, entertainment, which is spelled wrong, clothing, shopping, and then I just keep a record of what I have at the back. But I also keep the record of this in my expense planner in my Franklin planner. This is good so far. We haven't actually used any of the sinking funds, but the way I'm saving for sinking funds isn't really the way I want to be saving for them. So sinking funds are, let's say for instance, you pay your insurance yearly, and the payment date is December 31st for easy figuring and it's January 1st. You basically determine how much the cost is and divide it by 12 or however many weeks, like the 52 weeks of the year. And that's how much you put away in that sinking fund for your insurance. And then when December 31st rolls around, you take that money out of your sinking fund and you pay it. And so that's what I want to do for any of those big purchases throughout the year. But I do have clothes in here, which our kids need clothes at the end of this month. So I'm glad I have that. But there's just, if I was to save for every single sinking fund I wanted to save for, I'd probably have like 50 of them. So it kind of comes down to having like a short-term savings or like some like just money set aside rather than allocating it to certain things, but I find if I allocate it, I'm less likely to spend it randomly. So that's kind of why I've been doing it that way. But I want to add another $50 a week to the sinking funds to pay our parents back because they helped us out a while ago and we need to start paying them back. And I had this one method in mind and it didn't work out because something always comes up. So, I mean, it could be oil changes, we've got vehicle issues, like there's just tons of things that always seem to just pop up and then the money is gone. So, I'm going to try doing it this way and add another sinking fund and cross my fingers. Hopefully, it works. So, I'm also going to try adding a Christmas fund and try to save 2,200 by Christmas. I don't know if that's possible. I was thinking of just putting the Christmas gifts on our credit card, but again, that's a little sketchy. I don't know if I want to do it, but I'd have to save an additional 170 per week if I wanted to save that amount. And again, establish cash envelope system starting October 1st. So I haven't done my October budget. I won't be setting any goals for the rest of this year. Like these are my budget goals, so that's all I need to go by. And I'm going to get these Clever Fox envelopes. They're really cute. It's like $24, I think, and you get 12 of them. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I'll probably just still use what I have in addition to those because I'm going to start using cash envelopes for all of my variable expenses. So that's going to be food, non-food, and gas, I guess. I think those are like the major ones, but we're going to play around with what money we have just to see how it goes, and then also stop spending on credit cards. So, like I said before, easier said than done. So the next one is easy, just my health. Right now, I'm focusing on getting the sleep that I need. So technically, 6 hours is probably not as much as I need, but I can't go to bed any earlier than 11. I already struggle going to bed before midnight. I mean, right now I'm filming. It's 12:30 or 1:30 in the morning, and it is what it is. Like I'm awake once my kids go to bed, and my son's kind of like me. He doesn't really need that much sleep. So he ends up going to bed. He's 7, by the way, and he goes to bed at like 10 o'clock, 11, 10:30, 11 sometimes. And it's rough on me because then I don't get my alone time. And that's pretty much the only time I get alone time is if I stay up really late once he goes to bed or if I get up really early. And a lot of times he'll like follow me from like in the morning, he'll follow me downstairs because he feels I think he feels insecure. He needs me to be there with him. So it's really hard for me to try to get that alone time. Okay, so and then the next one is just the bottles of water. So I've been trying to continue that. It's really hard. I forget so easy. And then if I fall off the bandwagon one day, it's like a whole week goes by and I don't even realize I'm not drinking water. And when I say not drinking water, I am still drinking liquid. I just don't drink like bottles of water. So I want to drink 4 of these. These are 750 ml in addition to anything else I drink throughout the day. So, I'll have my 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I'll have tea in the evening, I'll have herbal tea in the evening, and I could have, um, like I use these big cups, they're 24-ounce cups. So, like I have 40 or yeah, 48 ounces of coffee in the morning, usually like 3 or 4 of these of tea in the evening. So, it's not that I don't get enough liquid, I just want to drink plain water as well. And I just got my book wet. Okay, so goal number 3 is spirituality. So, my main thing that I'm trying to incorporate into my routine is meditation. So, I'm going to be posting a blog. I don't think this blog is going live until November. So, if you guys are curious, you can check that out. But it's my intro or my beginning into spirituality. So, when I say spirituality, it is not religion for me. I am not religious. I don't have any religion and I'm not affiliated with a religion and I'm not anti-religion. Like I'm not an atheist per se, but at times throughout my life I have said that I was. Like I guess I'm borderline atheist. I don't technically believe in a god myself, but I'm aware that others do and that's okay with me. So yeah, I don't want to get into a religion debate, but when I say spirituality, it's not religion. So I want to meditate. It's more for, I guess, bringing my soul forth and getting kind of clarity of mind, if that makes more sense. Kind of becoming at peace with myself, being happy in my own skin, and I'm going to read. So here's another book that I'm added to my list. So on top of the 2 fiction books a month, on top of the nonfiction book a month, I'm also going to read a spiritual book that relates to the field I want to study. So this is more me learning about this and more me studying about it. And I want to write out the moon phases in my bullet journal, because my bullet journal video will be posted. It'll have to be posted before this video, so you guys can watch that if you want to see it. But I want to put my moon phases in my current October spread. And I also want to take a look at tarot cards and oracle cards. So this is complete new territory for me, and I've never once seen tarot cards or looked at them, but I've watched a few YouTube videos. There are these readings where you pick a card and you pick which pile you relate to the most, or which one draws you in, and then the person on the other end will read that, like they'll they'll do their predictions based on the cards, and it's actually eerily correct. So I don't know if you guys have ever checked that out, or if you ever want to. It's really interesting. One of my favorite people that I watch is the Gem Goddess. She's really, really good, you guys. I highly, highly recommend if you haven't already subscribed to her. But I want to learn tarot and also oracle cards. And so another diary aspect coming up here, I'm going to do readings for myself every morning, and then basically journal about it just to say what my reading was. So I think that's another way to see progress in my life, because especially I'm working toward my work goals and I'm putting so much energy into my work that I can't help but see progress. But at the same time, it's a lot of work, and sometimes you get rejected or unmotivated, or something happens and you're like, oh shucks, like that kind of sucks, but you move on and you move forward. So that's where I want to go with that. So goal number 4 is making money at my business. So like I said, I'm hoping to get monetized. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff here. This is going to go onto my Franklin Planner task list. So if you watch my Franklin Planner videos, be sure to check that out. So I'm going to be composing an email letter, and I'm working with MailChimp. I just have to sign up and take a look and see what it's all about. And basically having, for any of my subscribers who click on my website, you'll get a pop-up that says, please subscribe to my email newsletter. And then every month I'm going to send something out, whether it'll include some kind of sale, but it'll just be like a new monthly update type thing. And I'm also going to check out another tech tool. This is Loom. And then I'm going to follow up with some affiliate marketers that I'm interested in being affiliate with. And right, sticker sales. So I'm going to focus, I never really wrote that down here, but I'm going to focus on creating more stickers. So currently right here, I just say Black Friday, Christmas, holidays. So I'm thinking about having a sale, but I need to have more products on my website in order to have a sale, make it a good one. So that's my goal there. Okay, goal number 5 is read books. So here's where I've detailed which books I'm planning on reading. So for October, it's going to be The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. The Outlander book 5, I believe it's The Breath of Snow and Ashes. So maybe it's book 6, I can't remember. And then How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So those are the 3 books. And then of course it'll be a spiritual book as well. And then Personal Growth and Learning. So this is the Commonplace book, and I just wrote all of these notes for myself that I want to add into my routine every day. Goal number 7 is self-care time. So again, I wrote out all of the ideas I had for everything I wanted to take care of for self-care, and that includes skincare. As you guys might know, I have an alternate channel. It's my secondary channel. I've got, it's really small. I started out with makeup on this channel, but then I switched over to a new channel for that, just so I could niche down a little bit. And I find that when I do my makeup, sometimes I do my skincare and sometimes I don't. Like sometimes I'll do my skincare right before I put on makeup, and the makeup doesn't sit very good on your skin. So I want to get into a routine of actually doing my skincare in the morning when I first wake up, because that's when your skin is like its most supple and um, moisturized. And then again when I go to bed. And the last one is house into home. So just clean and organize. And I've already put projects in order of importance. So for instance, we need to switch out our furnace filter and check all of our CO carbon monoxide detectors and stuff like that, and check all the fire alarm batteries just to make sure they're still functioning. And that's it. So now what I'm going to do is quickly go through my preparation sheet here. We won't really need to talk about it much because I'm just going to write down a whole bunch of notes, but I want you guys to see how I did the tending list this month because I'll be using my rainbow Papermate Inkjoy pens. I'm really excited to get back into a rainbow theme. So let's get to this. I noticed that I was struggling to come up with weekly ideas, and there seemed to be a lot of monthly ideas. These are all daily. So what I'm going to do now is just highlight the most important things I have to remember. This is kind of how I do it in mine. So I look over here and I see my monthly action items. I've got room for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if there's something that I find that I really need, if I've got more than 10, sometimes I'll add them like to the top or the bottom, but I try not to because I want it to look really pretty. These ones here, like the actual birthdays, I'm not going to do any action item for them. I'm just going to write them in my calendar, my Franklin planner when I go to plan for October. And I think also because I've got so many different planners and so many different things, I've got my bullet journal set up, I've got all of my planners plus my Franklin planner. I'm just going to use the term November planning, which basically is for the month for all of my planners. So I'll just leave it like that. The order Powersheets, I think I'll just put that on my calendar as well. I don't really want it as one of my goals because even though it's important to me, it's just going to take up room that something else. I'd rather have something else go in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think that's good for the month. And then for the week, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to, there's certain ones I'd like to keep in here. So I think I'm going to do movie night. Oh yeah, and I also should have date night actually. I forgot about date night. We might be able to have 2 because Chad is home. Yeah, he'll be home here. So that Saturday. And then he'll also be home on the 23rd. So we'll have 2 date nights and we'll also have 2 family dates. So that will take up the 10 spots. And then, right, so for the weekly and then for the daily, This one might be a little bit harder. So there's 7 spots here. So for sure I'll have expenses, I'll have stickers, journaling, learning book, reading. Let's see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one I'm just gonna have to remember. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill in the tending list, and I'm gonna do it in my rainbow pens. So please bear with me while we go ahead and do this. Okay, guys, I think that is it. I'm so tired right now that I'm almost falling asleep. So basically, I said shine bright because it was an encouraging word, and I was actually I was thinking of the Chrissy design stickers I ordered today because Kristen just reopened up her website, and then she had like this 40% off sale for an hour, and one of their weekly sticker packs is the shine bright one. So anyway, I had that on the brain, and I liked how I added the rainbow colors to it. But so what I did is I have my monthly planning all kind of encompassing, which makes a little bit more sense so it doesn't take up as much room. Date night times 2, family date times 2, because Chad will be home twice this month. My November budget, so we're going to set up, I'll be doing that in October, but when I do, like I'll do it in September for October. But when we're looking at this power sheet page, anything I do here will be for November because I always do that like prior to the month, if that makes sense. My November goals I'll be setting up. Email subscription letter, apply for monetization. We'll see how that goes. I might be able to do it by the end of September. It just depends if I get that next few subscribers or not. Read 4 books, and I did put books here and under daily so you can tell how important it is to me. So this is just to track that I've read like all 4 books, but this is to track that I'm reading every single day. Change Patreon. I was supposed to do that this month and I have not because I've been swamped. My November biz stats, which I do the first of every single month. And then for weekly action items, we've got the weekly budget, the house clean, Friday movie night, blog, send it to Medium and to share. Then I also added one down at the bottom, and that is on the advice of Louise Henry. She's another person I watch on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers, and she said that Pinterest is a really good search engine, and so I'm going to try to pin my blog post to Pinterest. And also a meal plan. So I kind of adopted, oh, I can't remember. I think it's Home with Kita. Her name is Marquita, and she I was looking at her meal plan, and basically she'll cook a big dinner, they'll have leftovers for one night, then she'll cook a dinner, have leftovers. So when Chad's not here, that's what I've been doing for myself, because my daughter will eat with me, but she's like, 17 months old. But my son will not. He's a very picky eater. That's what I'm trying to do while he's not here, like Chad's not here. So I cook a meal and then eat leftovers for one day and then cook a meal, etc. So for daily action items, it will be my expenses, my stickers. So I just want to track to see how many times I do them every day because I'll lead up into that Black Friday and Christmas sales. Meditate every day if I can. Do tarot and oracle cards, so like journaling with that. Reading working on my learning book and journaling. So that is it for my October goals. So I hope you guys got some inspiration and some ideas out of this. I know my goals are probably different from yours, but it does help to watch other people and see how they incorporate different things into their life. So if this video helped you, let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you. Click on the bell notification button. That way you'll never miss any content from moi. And we will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye. Have a good night, everyone.